In this video, I'll be introducing the new features of MapleMBC 2021. So the features that I'll be discussing today are the features related to the instance matrix, specifically the formula evaluation. Next one is the file attachment, and then the extension to MapleMBC QPE, namely the get recursively feature. And then we have also included support for the latest Teamwork Cloud support, Teamwork Cloud Service Pack 4. And finally, supporting different web browsers for SAML. So to give you an overview of what the instance matrix is, we have been working on this feature from about few releases back, named from the 2020.0. And initially, this matrix was included as a view-only feature, and then as an incremental uh, improvement, we added the options to add and edit. Then we added the attachment feature to it. Now the new feature that has been included is the formula evaluation. So to give you an overview of what the instance matrix is, when you define this block template in Cameo and in MapleMBase, you can bring this information and display it in a matrix format, as you can see here on the right. So the instances from the Teamwork Cloud project, they are going to be displayed in columns, like the name of each instance, and this is going to be specific to classifier. Say, namely, you have defined a template, and the top level block would be the classifier in this case for this instance. And then in the rows, it's going to define the scope. So all the subcomponents, or including the top level component, what are their value properties. So again, you can control what information is going to be displayed here in the rows. And in the intersecting cells, like within the matrix, we are going to see the slots and their values for their uh, respective blocks and the value properties defined here in the scope. So this is how the matrix is going to be shown in MapleMBC, and the user will be able to make some changes to the slots, like you can make add new slots if a slot is missing. So you'll be seeing it as an empty cell in case the slot is empty. So you can add new information here. So based on the data type that you have defined for the value properties, you can include, it could be like a real value or enumeration or a boolean, etc. So all this is handled by MapleMBC on the backend, and the user doesn't need to worry about. So if your entry is valid, you're going to uh, see the cells to be accepted. If not, you are going to be able to see a pattern as how MapleMBC has been showing an error till now. And you can also add new instance saying the values by adding a new name into the column to the right of the existing column that's being displayed in the matrix. So the new feature that has been added specifically in this release is the formula evaluation. So what MapleMBC is going to do in this case is uh, it's when they use we have included a menu button to execute the formula evaluation feature. So when you click on the feature, what MapleMBC is going to do is it's going to create a mapping between the slots, the value properties of how it's defined actually in the Teamwork Cloud project. Say example, the kind of information that you're going to get here is the constraints that you have defined, the parameters and how they are linked to each other, and also to the value property. So MapleMBC on the backend is going to calculate all these constraints and their links, and it's going to get the input, if the input is already available within the instance, it's going to take that input and calculate and display the output to the user here. I'll be going through a demo for this, and we'll get to the detail of how the instant matrix works. And before that, I want to also include the file attachment feature. So what the file attachment feature will do is you will be able to get the model artifacts that has been saved to the project. So example, it could be an image or an Excel sheet or a document or a PDF, etc. You will be able to access this information inside the MapleMBC cells. You can click on it. You'll be able to open the attachments in their native applications. So I'll get to the demo part now. Let me show how the formula evaluation works on the file attachment. So here I have the Maple MVC worksheet, and this worksheet is showing the components and the subcomponents of the value properties and their respective values. So here is the instance matrix that we'll be evaluating today. So I have the components here and the value properties, and then we have the list of instance that's defined in the model and their respective values here. So to give you an idea of what the model will look like, so in the model, I have defined a block called turbojet cycle analysis. So this block is like a context block that owns my turbojet, and the turbojet is having some subparts like the uh, compressor, then the combustor, turbine, and the nozzle. Each of them have a value, and to the turbojet cycle analysis block, I have defined the constraints, the parameters, and their binding connector. So here, this is how I have defined it all. You can see I have linked the constraints and the value properties between each of the components that's defined for the turbojet. So here we are seeing that information, but as an instance. So, and also within Cameo, I've also created new instances. So if I open the instances package, you can see here we are seeing the instance, what are the different instance, their slot values, etc. And this information is what is being displayed in Maple MVC matrix. So we are seeing the top level instance, therefore instance here, the different components, their value properties, and the intersecting cell represent the values of, say, for example, say the instance turbojet cycle analysis 1. It has the combustor with the value EC, and this value is 0.98. So example, say a user wants to perform his own calculation by making some changes to the value that he creates for an instance. So I'm going to call this as same way, say, turbojet cycle analysis 5. Right. So what this is going to create is it's also going to create me all these slots that's related to the different parts of my context. And so here I have the value and the all the input values that has been defined as default to each of the components. They will be created, and if there is no default defined, you'll be able to see an empty cell here. And we can also see my end goal here in the turbofan cycle analysis is to calculate the specific fuel consumption. And so this here is my end goal. So I want to calculate the specific fuel consumption, and all the inputs are given in the instance. So that's what we see here. We are able to see all the necessary values that's needed to run the calculation, and my final output is going to be saved to the SFC. I can make any changes here. So example, say I want to test it for a temperature of 1400 Kelvin. So now to run the evaluation, we have included a new evaluate button within the add-ins menu. If you go into the add-ins menu and click on Maple MVC, you're going to see evaluate formula. Click on evaluate formula, and this is going to run the evaluation, and the result of the evaluation is going to be displayed to the specific fuel consumption row of the turbo jet cycle analysis. So once the evaluation is successful, you'll be able to see a message similar to this, like the current worksheet was successfully evaluated. When the user clicks on OK, you're going to see the newly calculated SFC is being added to the new instance we created in Maple MVC. And now saving this information back to the model is same as we're going to do into the previous version. So I'm not going to get into the detail in this video. The next one that I wanted to show is the file attachment. So here in the model, I have included a file called Maple MVC user guide.pdf to directly to the model. And here I can see the attached file. So since there is only one file that is attached in that path, I'm able to see this. When the user clicks on this, it's going to open that file. So here you can see the PDF is being opened when the user clicks on it. But note that this is the user will be able to view these artifacts as being stored in the model, so you cannot make any changes and save it back to the model as of now. So the next feature that I wanted to explain is the get recursively feature. So what this feature will do is it is going to display a flat list to the user. With example, say your project is going to have some complex structures or complex project structure, but what you want to see is just a flat list of the packages or flat list of blocks, etc. And for this feature or to do this, we can use the get recursive feature. So examples here, as we see on the right, say my project structure is in a way that uh, this is the same example that we saw on the instance matrix. So I have the evaluation sample. It has a component which has a turbojet, but the turbojet cycle analysis is already within the evaluation sample. And within component, we have a package called subcomponent and a few other components inside. So my project structure, if I take in Cameo, so you're going to see the same here. So here we have the evaluation sample. So inside this package, I have the turbojet cycle analysis, and within the components package, I have the turbojet, and the subcomponents, I have rest of the components. So in Maplane BC, if a user had to get to each of these components in the previous versions, what he has to do is he has to go through each package. Like he has to get to the evaluation sample package, to get the information about the turbojet cycle analysis, then into the components package, and then to the subcomponents package if he wants to get information about the combustor, the compressor, etc. But by using the get recursively feature, what I'll do is I'll just navigate to the evaluation sample package and then use the get recursively. And I would say, what do I need to get from recursively from this package? So if I specify the blocks, what Maplane BC will display is just a flat list of all the blocks that it's able to find recursively from this top level package. So in the example, if you remember, I showed you the component hierarchy package and the instance table template. So in this template, you can see that it's displaying the list of all the components and the value property. So this is using the get recursively feature. To get more information on how to use this feature and more details, you have the access to the virtual features guide. You can search for Maplane BC 2021 virtual features guide, and you will be able to see the example and a brief description of how to use this feature. And the next option that I wanted to show here is the single sign-on. So if you have been using SAML as your login authentication with the previous releases of Maplane BC, you are able to do it only with the default web browser that we have included. But now the user has the capability to change these. You can use it with the browser of your choice, like Chrome, Edge, and again, the details of how to use this is you'll be able to find it in Maplane BC user guide. And these are the list of top features that we wanted to discuss in this video today. We have included a few more like the optimization or overall performance, but these are the main features that I wanted to discuss today.